of the 2 for 1, the 2 for 1 show that I got going for It's Just Me, hosted by Brent Fox. Hey, I just wanted to obviously talk about the NFL draft, um, and just kind of share what I was actually doing during the break. So basically, to get ready for this portion of the show, I wanted to simulate an NFL draft for my beloved Pittsburgh Steelers. So, in doing that, I accepted a trade from the Kansas City Chiefs, which allowed me to pick 31st and then also turn around and have a 70th draft pick. Um, so that allowed me to pick up Kenneth Grant, the defensive tackle from Michigan, and Jalen Milroe was my pick at number 70. At number 83, I wound up getting Quinshawn Judkins, the running back for Ohio State. Um, After that, there was a stretch, and then I had pick number 123, which was Kobe Bryant. Kobe is spelled with a C. Kobe Bryant was a cornerback for Kansas Jayhawks, not K State, Kansas Jayhawks. He's a pretty good cornerback. Does well with press man coverage, which we're trying to get back to here in Pittsburgh. So had to make sure that we picked a guy like that up. Then I picked up Anjay Cornelius, who was an offensive tackle from Oregon. Um, Even though we do have two tackles that we've drafted in earlier drafts, and these were both first round guys, I want to make sure that there is good depth at that position, especially since Dan Moore had left from us. Um, this pick was just a personal favorite of mine. I picked up Devin Neal, the running back from Kansas. Um, I honestly believe that at 156, he was a steal. This gentleman has great vision, good lateral movement. He's deceptively strong as well. Um, okay, Jay, so you just earned yourself. Yeah, you finna get up out of here, man. Yeah, you finna get up out of here, Jay. All right. So we're gonna holler at you, Jay. For those that may be watching and not commenting, this is a pretty laid back space. You know, I don't mind people having a different opinion as long as they're not disrespectful about it. If you are disrespectful, I'm gonna get you up out of here. Um, so Jay. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Um, Devin Neal is a personal favorite of mine because of his vision. Um, he has he's deceptively strong. Um, Good agility. Um, Very good ball carrier, versatile. Um, if there's maybe one knock on him, I think that maybe the pass blocking is probably gonna need some improvement. But other than that, very good back. And at 156 in the draft, he is he's a steal. Okay, so Emery, to answer your question, what I'm doing is I'm talking about my Pittsburgh Steelers. That's an American football team in the NFL. And I did a mock draft, just kind of going over the people that I picked and why I picked them. So that's what's going on. Um, Oh, hey, thank you for tuning in from New Zealand, man. And hey, Tay Tay, um, I definitely appreciate you swinging by, Tay Tay. It always does my heart good for you to come by and visit. Thank you so much. All right. Hello. Hey, you, how you doing? Um, and then this is the premastic hand fin. Okay, how you doing? All right. Oh, Zeke, that's a good question. I think rugby is pretty cool, man. Um, we ironically here in America had like a football league where we weren't wearing any pads and we were tackling each other. Don't recommend that, by the way. But it was derived off of rugby. So, I actually have a deep respect for rugby. Um, I should take time to learn more about it, to be quite honest with you, Zeke. Um, and yeah, Terry Bradshaw was a very good pick for our Pittsburgh Steelers. I think the best draft pick that we've had all time, though, is Mean Joe Green. Um, I think that Mean Joe Green uh, changed the NFL aspect of what it is to pick up a defensive tackle that can actually dominate inside, and then what that does to opposing offenses. I think that he literally changed the game with how he actually played. And fun fact, he came from the University of North Texas, which my mother was a graduate from, and that's a smaller school. So he actually put that school on the map, so to speak. Um, but yeah, kind of getting back to the draft here. After I picked up Devin Neal, I picked up an edge rusher just for depth. And what an edge rusher basically is, for those that don't know, is on defense, you have people that line up um, across from the offense. So an edge rusher is a guy who lines up at the very edge of the offensive line, and they rush in to try to either stop people from running with the ball, or they sack the quarterback. So it's a very important piece on the defense. And seeing as how we actually have two very good, one of which is a very high end edge rusher, which is TJ Watt. And then we have a gentleman by the name of Alex Highsmith who plays very well as well. We want to get a depth piece just in case, any of those guys actually get hurt. We also have a gentleman by the name of Nate Herbig who is actually very good. I'm sure that he could probably start anywhere else, basically. But since we have TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith, I think that that is the only reason why he would be the third guy. But this gentleman, Jared Ivey, an edge rusher from Ole Miss, would be a very good backup piece just in case something happened. What up, Joe? I had to do this show for the draft, man. So we gonna talk about what you was talking about earlier, brother. Um, right now, I'm just going over my mock draft picks. Um, and I was on my pick 185, which was Jared Ivey, a pass rusher from Ole Miss, or edge rusher from Ole Miss. The last draft pick that we actually had at 213 was Connor Colby. Connor Colby is a guard from Iowa. Iowa usually produces some pretty good linemen. Um, This gentleman is a very good run blocker. However, his pass blocking ain't all that great. Um, but I think with pass blocking, especially in the NFL at guard, I think it's very coachable. I think it's just a matter of making sure that your feet are correct. And what I mean by that is just making sure that your feet are in the right place to just kind of either anchor or be able to shuffle. Is as long as I think you get your footwork down and you're in a position to at least effectively get in the way of a defensive tackle that could probably be a bit faster or a bit stronger, I think that at guard, you'll do your job. Now, tackle is very different. Um, but I think at guard, if your feet placement is okay, then you should be all right. Um, Now, just recapping this, again, I did a trade. I'm sorry. Again, I did a simulated draft. And in the beginning of that simulated draft, I traded with Kansas City for my first round pick and then wound up getting pick number 31 and then pick 70. Um, and what pick 31 wound up being was a guy that I really wanted anyway, which was Kenneth Grant, the defensive tackle from Michigan. And at number 70, I wound up getting Jalen Milroe, the quarterback from Alabama. So, Joe, even though it's made up, there are solutions, my brother. Okay? We got a mobile quarterback. Yes, he's a project, but we got a mobile quarterback. And as soon as we teach him how to read defenses, I think we'll be okay. Now, I know he ain't Shador. He's not going to have Shador's processing power as far as being able to read defenses quickly and then getting the ball out quickly. But that's not our offense, Joe. And Jalen Milroe got a good arm, okay? We got two deep threat receivers, all right, that need to be able to go down the field and go get the ball and make big plays for us. Um, so I'm thinking maybe with I ain't gonna lie to you, Joe. Maybe with a couple of years of learning the system and then just making sure that you make the right decisions, I think we'll be okay. All right, I think we'll be okay. Um, but yeah, unfortunately, Shador wasn't available, man. On the simulated draft, the Jets wound up picking him up, of all people. So, go figure. But yeah, man. So we wound up picking up Jalen Milroe with pick number 70. And then with pick number 83, we wound up picking up Quinshawn Judkins. Quinshawn Judkins was a running back from Ohio State. He was jersey number 1. The other guy, Henderson, was 32. Um, Quinshawn is actually a very intense runner, to put it nicely. He don't mind running you over. He has very good speed. His agility is okay. His size is good. He's about 6 foot and he's like 215, 220. Um, but yeah, I think that that combination of size, strength, and speed would really help us out on the offensive side of the ball. We already have two small, quick backs. This big, fast back should probably help us out tremendously as far as being able to run the ball effectively. Then we have Kobe Bryant, and Kobe spells his name with a C, not a K. Um, He's actually a press corner that played for the Kansas Jayhawks. And what a press corner is a cornerback, and a cornerback is a guy that actually guards a receiver. For those that don't know, and then what a press corner does is he's actually up to the line of scrimmage. He pushes off of the receiver and then goes back and tries to make sure that he doesn't catch the ball, basically. is the most simple way that I could put it. Um, we need guys like that because we are trying to go back to a system to where we can trust our cornerbacks to handle their assignments with whoever is lined up across from them. So that's a good step towards that with drafting Kobe Bryant. Um, then we picked up a depth piece who was Anjay Cornelius. Anjay is an offensive tackle from Oregon. Oregon has a highly vaulted offense from last year. So Cornelius was a part of making sure that those particular offensive plays, which were either explosive screen passes, over the top passes, long runs, things of that nature, he's the guy that is responsible for sealing the corners or edges for those off tackle runs or outside runs and things of that nature. So I think that having him as a depth piece, especially since losing Dan Moore, um, would be very, very good for us. Hey, salute, coach. Um, so yeah, I think that that would be a very, very good pickup as far as depth for us. Now, again, Devin Neal was a personal favorite pickup of mine. Devin Neal is a running back also from Kansas. Um, Interesting fact, he actually broke Gale Sayers' rushing records at Kansas. So, Devin is a real deal. I would love to have this guy on my team. He has vision. He's a very explosive playmaker. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. Yes, he may need help being able to pass block effectively. But I think that his overall skills and talent are undeniable, to be honest with you. And I think that he was a steal at pick 156, so I had to get him. Then I picked up a gentleman by the name of Jared Ivey for pick number 185. He's an edge rusher from Ole Miss. Well, I picked him up as a depth piece. We do have T.J. Watt. We do have excuse me, we do have Alex Highsmith, who are two very good edge rushers, and we have a gentleman by the name of Nate Herbig, or Nick. I'm sorry, yeah, Nate Herbig. Um, Nick Herbig, I think, is his brother who plays guard. So Nate, no, Nick Herbig. Nick Herbig was the edge rusher. I'm sorry. Nick Herbig was an edge rusher. He could probably start for any other team, but since we have T.J. Watt and Alex Highsmith, he's the third guy. But a depth piece behind either of those guys is probably well received, and I think that Ivy could actually learn a lot from those three guys in front of him. Um, we um, We also wrapped the simulator draft up with a gentleman by the name of Connor Colby. Now, Connor Colby is a guard from Iowa. Usually, the stigma for offensive linemen from Iowa is that they're almost can't miss picks. They're very solid. Um, and then with Connor Colby, he is a guard. Has good run blocking, not so great pass blocking. What I mentioned before was that we may have to coach him up on that, but since he'll be a depth piece anyway, um, I think that he would be a great project.
Daddy.
Give me just a second, y'all. Hold on. Real person, real life situation. Man, sorry about y'all. Um, Again, real life person, real life situations. Things happen. Um, oh, okay. Now, coach, the reason that I did that was because I wanted to make sure that the excuse me, that the thumbnail was actually going to be consistent with the show. Um, I'm not a, I didn't I didn't actually know how to yet like exchange the thumbnails without having to go back and then pick one and then put it on there. But you know, I'll try to get better at that. Um, but yeah, okay, coach. You talking about getting Derek Carr. And then nah. Y'all trying to be funny. You and Jerry trying to be funny. That's cool. No, I think Derek used car is probably not going to be a real good fit for our system. Too much mileage, too much maintenance. He's a trade-in. Okay, we're not getting that new car smell. We getting, we gonna have to check the Carfax on Derek Carr. Like he ain't. I don't think that's it, man. I don't think that's it. Um, I don't think that's it at all. But I think with the simulated draft picks that I had on here, which ironically, coach, we wound up picking up Jalen Milroe. Now, I know that's not Shador Sanders, but I think that Milroe is probably is a better fit with our system. Like we had Justin Fields last year, who was a very athletic quarterback with a very good arm. Um, I think that if we're able to work with Milroe a couple of years to help his decision making and field awareness and things of that nature, as far as being, a better quarterback, I think that I think on a more positive end, the sky's the limit on that. Um, Now, I don't expect him to be Lamar at all. There's only one Lamar Jackson. But I do think that if we're able to at least get him um, in a situation to where he can pretty much read the field, uh, at a consistent rate and not turn the ball over, then I think that he'll be a very good quarterback, not just serviceable. Um, oh, you funny, Jerry, you funny. Okay, all right. Um, Oh man, who was that boy from Arkansas that played for y'all? Um Man, he passed not too long ago, man. May he rest in peace. But yeah, I was so hot when we lost to him because he looked like he could not figure anything out. And then he wound up beating us. I forget the boy's name. It was a quarterback from Arkansas, big dude. Um, but yeah. Ryan Mallett, yep, yep. I was like, we lost to him, but that's wild, man. But yeah, I think this particular draft from the simulator draft, we did pretty well in. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, I actually like this, um, because we pretty much drafted guys that we actually would want and need at the same time. I think that that I think that the Devin Neal pick um, at 156 for me was the steal of the draft. Now I know that probably like like the analytical folks probably wouldn't grade that very well, but for me, um, knowing knowing who Devin Neal is and seeing him on tape do the things that he actually does, man. I believe he could be very, very impactful if he's given a good opportunity here. Um, but yeah, man, I kind of enjoyed doing the simulator draft and picking guys and seeing what's going on. So speaking of the draft, we've got that going on pretty much right now. So I'm not gonna hold you guys up from the draft. Thank you all so much for tuning in for another episode of It's Just Me, hosted by Brent Fox. And this time, Coach, I'm gonna shut it down for good. Thank y'all so much again for coming in. Y'all, please check out my brother's content once again. Jared O11 Green has a plethora of shows. Please check him out on Black Man's Perspective, which I believe maybe every other Saturday, 10 a.m. on YouTube. We also have the Southern Baller Show that features all of us, 3:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube as well. Coach 67 Sports TV has the best Southern University content on the face of the planet. Um, so please check out his shows. They are on all social media platforms, I believe. I check his out on YouTube. It is Can't Miss Television. Um, so yeah, please by all means check that out. And once again, y'all, thank you so much again for being here on this very special day. And I will talk to you guys next Thursday, God willing.